How you doing? Just when I thought all my digging days were over, just came across a bit of an issue. Just where I have the water pipe going down to the filter house just to run the tap, I noticed there's a bit of water coming up through the grass and it's on a bend, so I think it's just where I put a bend on it. I think the copper pipe's after loosening a bit. I'll spin you around and show you what I mean. Yeah, so the way I had the water run was coming over there, pipe through the concrete there, into the grass, into the grass, into the grass, and from there it was going straight down under and into the filter house. But on this corner here where I have a little copper bend on the pipe, you can see it's starting to get a bit wet, so I'm guessing just there's a bit of leak. The pipe, the copper connection just needs to be tightened. Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. It's all it can really be. It seems to be right in that corner where the only bend in the whole pipe was. So hopefully I get down a little bit, find that and tighten it up, and hopefully that's the end of it. Good thing I spotted it, because like many, there's not in the garden much at the moment, but you can see it's starting to run a bit. So yeah, so I'll get digging and see if I can find it. Yeah, so it wasn't too bad to find. I had an idea where the bend was anyway, but yeah, exactly what I thought. It's, as you can see there, it's after loosening up, so I'll get the water turned off, tighten this up, and another job done. Yeah, there's always something. Yeah, I'll come back to you when that's hopefully tightened up and done. Yeah, so that seems to be sorted now. The fitting was actually split, so that's what was causing the leak. So let's get a new fitting, a little 3/4 inch copper elbow there for it. So that's there now. I'm not going to put the grass down again until I make sure that that's sorted. Give it a few days and then put that back on that. Right, so on to the next job. So this is the next weekend. The leak is sorted and just filled it backfilled it there with some muck and the soils I had, so that's okay. Garden's not leaking anymore. So that's one job done. Now on to the next. The next job is I'm going to, for the grow on, clean out the eazy pod. I know some people clean out the eazy pod 2 or 3 times a week with heavy feeding, but I've just been doing this the weekend and seems to be going well. I do 3 drops in it. I'll show you. I do a little bit more than just drop the water and refill it. Let's give you an idea of some of the stuff I use with the eazy pod and what I do once a week. So see, in with that, this down, pump off. And obviously you all know how an easy pod works, so once that starts breaking up, it puts it on the outside. And I was saying, because I only do this once a week, after a couple of seconds I drop the first load because there'll be a lot of shite built up in the pipes. And I think I showed you this before. That pipe goes down there, underground, into this barrel. And there you can see it going down. And when it reaches a certain level, as of right now, it just happened, the float switch went off, and that starts pumping the water all the way down there to the right to a hole over there. So that's that. Obviously I had to get a pump because it's going uphill across. It's going maybe 20-30 meters across to the sewage line. So yeah, that only reaches a certain level and the pipe will kick in. So I'll bring you back, I'll snap back to you when I'm doing the next part of what I do with the easy pod. Yeah, so this is the third fill, bubbling away. You can see the state of the water. So this is the only one I leave bubble for about 10 minutes. Yeah, it's plenty, so I'm not going to hide, there's plenty of tannins in that water, but it's perfectly, levels and all that are perfect. There's plenty of tannins from the level of feed I'm giving, which I don't really care because it's not my main pond, it's my grow on. So I'm going to leave that bubble for 10 minutes and I'll come back to you to show you what I do. So when that's bubbling away, I will just show you the water inside the grow on. And when you look at it, you can't see a thing through it. It's just the tannins from the amount of food I'm feeding. That's nearly being filled up every week. This does not mean the water's bad. All the perimeters and everything are perfect. It's just when you're feeding the quality and you're running through a nexus and a shower, that's the way the water goes. And I've absolutely no problem with that because it is what it is. It's only a grow one. And all the fish very healthy in here. While I'm waiting on the bubbles, the kids are here, they want to see one or two of them, so I'll take out whichever I seem to catch with the net and put them in a bowl, and you can just have a look at one or two of them I take out. Yeah, so I took a scoop out of the pond and this is what I got. Yeah, like I'm really liking growing on fish in this. As I was saying, you can't see a thing in the pond, no problem at all. Get the fish out and they're all in perfect condition. Here we have the, I'll show you this, Kin Shiro Sori, absolutely beautiful. He was from the Amazon. He wasn't that expensive and he's 32, 33 cm at the moment. 1 second on you. And here we have, to give you an idea of good value for price, this is an Asagi from an Otsuka mix. He was bought for I think £12 or something like that, at maybe 12 cm or something like that, and now he's guessing about 26, 27 cm, putting on a bit of body, and that's only in a couple of months. And then we have this Dite Showa from Hiroi. Dite Showa from Hiroi, looking good from the Amazon, wasn't an expensive fish, that came in about 18 cm, and that's piling on the weight, it's 30 odd cm now. Yeah, so it just goes to show, having a grow on, great thing, get a load of tosai and grow them on. I just think it's a good added bonus to the hobby. And see what you have at the end, push out on you. Yeah, they like fish. So now the fish are back in the pond. I'm going to show you what I do here. The last drop is happening now. So I just turn this off. And see, just the sides and everything like that. Again, a lot of feed going in. I'll show you what I do once a week. I'll come back to you in a second. So what I use is this battery powered spray wash or power wash, whatever you like to call it. So you put the end that's coming out of the water that's already in the pond, and then I put it in this side so it's pond water going into it, and wait for it to start, and there you go. You can see I just clean down all the sides, get rid of all the muck in there, all along the sides. It just pushes everything down the drain. Any bits that were stuck in the cage or... So, again, this is just what I do once a week, and I've had absolutely no issues with this one set up. I'm gonna mark on the fish. Again, power wash it all down. All on the cage. So it is clean as a whistle. I'm not worried about any of the biological being affected because again it's pond water that it's spraying from. It's coming straight from the pond. Yeah, I'll come back to you and show you what I do after this. So you can see it now, there's still a bit that didn't go down the drain at the bottom. So what I do then is a dry vacuum vac just to do the bottom, I'll get rid of the last bit of shite. And that's done. Then it's once a week. So I'll get me little assistant to turn it on there. Press the button. Yeah, so a quick hoover the bottom of it and all the shit is picked up. So the eazy pod is clean, haven't touched the media at all, so that's all good. I know it takes a bit of the easy out of eazy pod, but when I say that, there's very little involved. I build it up, drop it, let the water in again, drop it, let the water in again, let it run for 10 minutes, drop it again, and then clean out all the shite with the spray gun and the hoover. As I was saying, I only do it once a week. With the amount of feed I'm given, some people are doing it a couple of times a week. So just the weekend there, pop out here for 15 minutes, get it done. Yeah, this thing here I'd recommend to anyone. It's very handy because you're taking the water from the pond. You're not putting chlorinated water into your filter or anything like that. So yeah, I picked it up on Amazon. What was it, like a battery powered power sprayer or power washer? It was only cheap. I think it was 35 euro or something like that. I would definitely recommend it. Comes with all these parts as well, so you don't need anything. And the charging the battery, I charged that once when I got it, and I haven't had to do anything with it in the last couple of months, and I've been only using it maybe a minute or two every weekend. Yeah, so I'll fill this back up and I'll snap back to you. So the next thing I do is very controversial. As you can see, I'm filling this back up here now, and that's coming straight from a garden hose. Fish are all gonna die. I know, chlorine, one thing if you're dripping it in every day, but I'm filling up 2 eazy pod loads in that. And what I do is I fill it up to where it needs to go. The eazy pod and everything is back running. As you can see there behind me, the pond and everything is running. But I do put the chlorinator in when it's full. And again, don't do what I do, just never had an issue myself with it. I'll spin you around and show you. So what I do here is I get 20 grams of sulfate, spilled the load there, into a bottle of pond water, and 20 grams into 500 mils of water, and that's enough to do my pond. And I throw that in at the end. I know you should put this chlorinated water going into the pond initially, but Again, never had any issues. So wait till the pond's full, clean up this mess, and I'll come back to you. Yeah, so I'm up in the attic now, just getting a bit of fish food. This is what I'm currently feeding the grow on. 1 second, sorry I can't see it. But it's a mix between Takasumi growth, and there's also a couple of litres of some colour food in there as well. Just but there's no UV light or anything like that in the tank. They're covered all the time, so I just add a bit of colour. So Takasumi growth and some colour. So I fill up this, and that's enough to fill the auto feeder. Yeah, so this is it here. I just couldn't really see much in the attic there, but the colour food is like a 2 to 3 mil pellet, and the Takasumi I think is a 4 to 5, so it's perfect for these. So see if I can do this one-handedly. And there we go. And I'll get that back up in place, so you can see that falls into that. Just a cylinder that goes into the pond with a big opening at the end, so all the food is going through. So when I'm waiting on the water to fill in the grow on, sometimes you forget about it and your pond overflows. I'm going to get this window cleaned. You can see it, it's fair. I haven't touched this in, I don't think, this side of the year. There hasn't been that much sun, but they're starting to perk up a bit, so I'm going to get this cleaned. It's a bit of an ordeal doing this window and then removing the panels that side, but yeah, I'll get it done. Yeah, so that is nice and clean for another little while. It's grand. Some people complain about the windows, but for what it gives you, I think being able to see them from the side to the hardship of cleaning them, I think there's only one winner. Like if you stay on top of it, it's not too bad. So I just threw in a little bit of food there. They're not getting a whole lot of food, but maybe just a handful every second day or something, until we're just gradually get them back in the swing of things. Yeah, but they're all active enough. Yeah, looking forward to kite season now. Yeah, so the grow on pond is just about full. Fill that up, throw in the bottle of thiosulfate, and that's me done. And actually something I have barely used since I got this pond built was lights. Forget all about them, but yeah, it's cool in there. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. That's perfect. Sure, I may go bring these kids in, and I'll catch you next time. If you like just messing around making videos, like watching everyone else's videos, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Daddy. Thank you.